fun. Sounds good. Feels great, right? Today on the Pocket Dimension Live, we're going to go over all of the games that we played in 2024. Spoiler alerts. There's a lot. Pew, 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 pew. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
We're ready. We're in the mood. We all wore our holiday sweaters.
And in
Matt's
colors.
gonna play a song. Welcome to the Pocket Dimension Live. We're four friends having a good time. My name is Allison.
My name is Evan.
My name is Fitz.
And I am Matt.
Wow.
How about it?
That was the fastest we've done it, and it only took us about a year.
Yeah.
And we all remembered our names.
We did.
I
know.
love it.
That's
Barely.
hard on Fridays.
I'm so proud of us
And
right
with all the
now.
fungus, you know.
Yeah.
How did we even?
With all the whole lot of fun.
Hey. Before we
Ho,
take
ho.
one step further,
Mhm.
Yes.
we got a little something to say
We
to
got
our
a
good
little
friend,
something.
Amy Cox.
We do.
Yeah, you ready? We're just going to sing Happy Birthday? Just do it like just the classic, the one that's
I
owned
thought you were
by...
gonna, like, freestyle rap it.
Well,
I expect a rap.
I expected a rap.
nobody wants that. No one wants
Everybody
that,
wants
especially Amy. We'll just say, Amy, it's your birthday, Amy.
What?
Everybody
Like
knows
it.
that Amy is the best. Amy.
Because
Yeah,
you got old.
Ooh, ouch. Yes, today is not Amy's actual birthday, right?
No, it was a couple of days
No.
ago.
It was a couple of days ago. And
It's a special week then, still.
we're going to celebrate you today and every day. Amy, if you guys have never met Amy Cox in person,
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
oh my
yourself.
man, get your butt down to
Over.
Raleigh, North Carolina, sit outside her house until she comes out.
Yep.
Wait. She is truly one of the best human beings on this.
One of our
earth.
favorites.
And if you get the chance to meet her, you are consider yourself one of the lucky ones.
Mhm.
Thanks.
Let's put it this way, may I? If Amy
Yeah.
Cox were a TTRPG that we played in 2024,
Number one.
Mhm.
she'd be at the top of the list.
Oh
By far.
wow,
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
absolutely,
Mhm.
Just saying.
You know.
yeah.
And she's a fellow Sagittarius, so
I was just about to
just
say
when
that.
she couldn't get better,
What are the hallmarks of being a Sagittarius, Bets?
we're the coolest.
Oh, damn.
I mean, clearly, outside of that,
Outside of that, I believe Sagittarius are known to be independent, free-spirited, and good travel people.
okay,
Am I right?
great. Is that true about
You do.
yourself?
You're doing great.
I don't know. I am probably stubbornly independent. Yes. I don't know if I'm a good travel buddy. I think I am.
Yeah, you're a great.
You differ.
Yeah.
You are one of my favorite travel buddies. In
You're
fact,
There you
great
go.
travel.
Proof positive.
There we go.
And then what was free spirited?
we booked a trip this week
We did.
to take together in a couple of more weeks. I would not give you the highly sought after week between Christmas and New Year's if you weren't top tier travel bud.
Travel
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You're even a good travel buddy when the car breaks down and you have to take it to a mechanic that you don't know in the middle of nowhere and sit there for like 5 hours.
Ooh.
Even good then in like a 200-degree heat.
It was hot.
So
And it
horrible.
smelled weird. but
Why
we
don't
made
You
it
know-
through.
August, y'all. That is not Sagittarius season.
No,
We should do more things in Sagittarius season. Is
We
what I'm
should.
saying.
like
Yeah.
going to PAX Unplugged. You guys missed out.
Yes.
Although I think breaking down on the side of the road in Indiana in December sounds
That
not
sounds
a
little-
good idea.
Yeah, that might have been
that probably
worse.
wouldn't be good either. Yeah.
No,
Mm-mm.
no. Maybe
Costa
next year it'll
Rica.
take less than 36 hours for me to get home from Gen Con. But PAX, I was only delayed by like an hour and a half getting home. So
Okay.
Good to
But
start.
continuing the the pattern of
Yeah.
travel and cons.
Yeah.
We got to break the cycle, man.
We
We're
do.
gonna break
We
it.
do.
We're gonna
We
break it
do.
next year.
I'm gonna bring
I'm beginning to wonder if something is wrong with the stream, you guys. Jack said that she had to reload. The stream didn't start for her.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
And I noticed that
and
the chat got like eerily quiet as soon as we went live when everybody was
Oh.
chattering away. Someone
are we
kept
just
telling
going wacky, wacky,
I know,
wacky,
we're
wacky?
wacky,
on the
wacky,
internet?
wacky, wacky.
Amy Cox, wacky.
We're
Amy Cox.
not
Amy
seeing
Cox.
us
Amy
live.
Cox.
Reload.
Oh,
Yeah,
Freaking
maybe.
little stinky tech gremlins. Because yeah,
That's
we're definitely
Evmux
here.
shiting the bed once again.
Those Russians, they're out to get us. I said
Damn
it.
it.
It
Damn
looks
it,
like
Evmux.
I said
looks
it.
like it's going.
Yeah, it's
let
working
me
on my
press
side,
play
but
here.
Yeah, sound off if you don't mind, everybody.
yeah,
and
we want to hear from you.
let us know that you're there.
Okay, cool. Kevin says it's working fine. That's all I care about. All right, cool.
Seems
Let's
to
see
be
who we
working.
do have here. Bladebound, Digital Twisted. I've got TPD Plus, so I get to skip the cues. Nice. TTP is here. Seth is here. Dropped a really great video. Y'all head over to Seth of All Trades
No, that was
here on
funny.
YouTube and watch him paint. I didn't know that. I've never painted a mini, so I got to watch you paint a mini and understand what all goes into it.
Yeah.
Jax, Ty, Amy, our birthday girl, Kevin, Zarek, was told about this live stream by Seth. Yeah, we love having new
Yay.
friends here. All right, cool. Amazing. Well, friends, as you come on in, say hi. We love having you here. I guess
Mhm.
to get into the matter at hand today.
Yeah.
Are y'all
Yes.
ready? Chat, are
Speaking
y'all
of
ready?
favorite
'Cause
things, I'm so ready.
we're here to
We
be
worked
opinionated.
very hard on this at AK, and I'm 2,000% here for it.
This I already approve. This looks
Labor of
fantastic.
love. Labor of love. So we wanted to kick it a little bit old school today and pass out some superlatives because y'all, at the beginning of 2024, we said we want to play a lot more games. We want to have a badass community to spend all of our time with, and we want to play all of the games. And I think we can put some enthusiastic check pluses next to both of those things.
Yeah.
Putting this
Yes.
together, we played so many games this year.
We really
Mhm.
did,
And made so many friends.
and made
So,
so
many
much
friends.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
many friends.
I
So let's take a little trip down memory lane over the past 12 months and see what we played, what we liked. And by the way, chat, we'd love to hear from you. What did you play? What did you love? What did you
Yeah.
hate?
Yes.
Ooh.
And what
Spill
are
the
you looking
tea.
forward? Yeah, spill the tea.
All that tea.
And what are you looking forward to playing in 2025? And maybe
Yeah.
I don't know, like you like playing stuff, we like playing stuff. Maybe
we
can
have
play
we
some-
have a couple of ones that got away, so
Yeah.
we
We did.
we
did.
we understand.
Yeah.
Let's start. Let's find out. Let's start turning the pages of our yearbook. Another cool thing that happened this week is our resident radio demon, Digital Twisted, put out the first official TPD quote book, and it was very unhinged. very, very, very unhinged. Apparently, I say the phrase "raw dogging" a whole lot. Who knew?
You do. I can confirm.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
This was the foreword in that book to the snacks that powered us, the schedules that betrayed us, and the arguments about whether climbing a ladder counts as an action. Cheers to the chaos, penned by Digital Twisted to get us in the move. So the first category that we have going on are just kind of like our best all-arounds, our class favorites, if you will. So let's just start trekking through here and seeing who won some major awards from the Pocket Dimension. We're giving best personality to Tales of the Valiant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Need we say more? We love Cobalt Press. We love this game.
We loved
this game.
we
Evan,
loved
are you turning at us?
being wrong about this
Yes.
game. We loved being
Yeah.
wrong about
Perfect.
like one of the highlights of my year was being wrong about this game. And now it is by far my favorite flavor of 5e.
Yep.
Just saying.
We loved that we got to play it with Kai as our GM. We got to play it in some of our one-shots this year. We got to meet some of the Cobalt Press team at Gen Con. And yeah, overall, we just love what they've done to kind of fix some of the things that may or may not be broken about regular old 5e, bring some new flavors, but also keeping it just really familiar is the best part. That way, those of us who have sunk all of the brain power that we need to in figuring out how to play these games don't have to lose all that knowledge and can just. So
Yeah.
Best personality.
I mean, if you are in any way dissatisfied with 5e 2024, which honestly still is also great, I think. I like a lot of those changes. If you're looking for Go Tails.
Go Tails.
Go Tails.
Go Tails. Woo. All right. There's our first superlative of the day. Shall we find out what's next?
Yeah.
Yes.
More.
Up next, we have Best Dressed. I've given that to Cosmere.
Nice.
Oh.
But I do. I have not played this one. In fact, Matt is the only one of us who got to play this one along with Seth and some of our other friends. And so, Matt, if you just kind of want to give us a little rundown
I'll give you
of
quick.
What we need to know about it.
Here's why I think you need to play Cosmere. Number one, it is 5e adjacent. It is not exactly 5th edition, but it is very, very similar. So you would be able to jump in. And if you are a Brandon Sanderson fan, that is, the Cosmere. Thank you, Branderson. If you're a Branderson fan, which I am, Mistborn or
Stormlight.
Stormlight Archives. You are going to be very satisfied. And my friend Seth and I played this with our other friends, Seth, and it is just. It's just classy. It's classy. And there's some really, really cool added mechanics, much like Tales of the Valiant's luck mechanic that you can borrow if you're like, I don't know anything about Branderson. I don't know anything about him. So there's stuff in there. I really highly recommend picking up. And the reason I think it's Best Dressed also is that there was enough money behind this endeavor.
Was out of control.
It came out of the gate pretty much fully born. I mean, it's full adult. I mean, it is very advanced already, and it's not even done. So A plus Cosmere.
I'm waiting because Evan very famously has now read all of the Drizzt books. How many are there? And how long
30,
did it take you?
30 plus. And I'm a slow reader.
Yeah.
But so it took me a few years. But
is 2025 the year that you dive into the world of Brandon Sanderson, Ev?
Very possibly. I'm currently in the world of Harry Dresden, the Dresden Files, which I would love for. It was another wizard. I would love for there to be, if there's not already, a game about that world set in Chicago. P.S.
There is. I've seen it.
Okay. Yeah.
In fact, one of the games that we're going to talk about. Are we? I don't even know if it's on the list. But this book,
we're going to talk about it.
A lot of people kind of hack this game already to follow some of the Dresden Files because it's a similar vibe.
They're great. They are really great books.
Kevin says, I thought I was fairly up on RPG news, but I haven't heard of this at all. I had the same reaction. When it started blowing up and being like the largest RPG Kickstarter ever, I was like, I'm sorry to say I've never heard of this universe, this world, this author, but
goals. I think it was like a sleeper, and like the Brandon Sanderson folks knew about it, but it just somehow like it needed to creep farther into just the general TTRPG community a little.
But it
deeper.
made $7 million.
Crazy, man.
We love to see the punk rock. That's the continued year of the punk rock kids making it into the TTRPG.
There's a theme for today. Yeah. The punk rock kids are winning the game.
Well, let's see what other punk rock kids made it, and take you to our Best Dressed Cosmere.
Numero 3.
Who's next? Most Spirit.
Spirit. Just a spirited game.
Very spirited. And I mean, another starter that just abso-freaking-lutely took off. So we first played BC20 with the dungeon coach himself at GaryCon 2023. In like one of its first publicly available iterations, and have gotten to see it through multiple, right up into the beta. And it's been fun to watch. I love this journey for you, Coach, is what I have to say. So I almost think most athletic because it's from the dungeon coach, but then I wanted to zoom out a little bit and say most school spirits.
Yeah, that really fits.
Yeah, it was nice to see it when it was yet but a twinkle in Alan's eye. And to watch it go through the Kickstarter and everything. It's been interesting to sort of watch the journey from day -1
now.
until now. Yeah.
Our good friend Sword Play and Sorcery, Jake, just made it right on time as we were talking. One of our favorite DC20 centric creators that Matt and I got to, we all got to meet, and Matt and I got to play a game of Daggerheart with at Gen Con this year. So welcome. Glad you're here and glad you're creating. Jake's doing a lot of really cool content on his channel around like taking monsters from 5e and building them in DC20. Which is just the coolest part about being a creator on YouTube is seeing what other people do.
I would say if you're like, ooh, DC20, what is that all about? Go to Sword Play and Sorcery YouTube channel, and you will pretty much learn everything.
All the things
is the guy, and yeah, I think one of our favorite DC20 moments was at Gen Con this year. Shall I say, where we got this kind of frantic message from Alan, the dungeon coach, saying, "Hey guys, I am playing with Brennan Lee Mulligan and Abria Isaac in this afternoon, and I need to practice this session. I need to play test this game before they get here." So we took a hellish trip to the middle of nowhere where he was staying, and we holed up in his hotel, and we played, and we gave him some, there's some pointers, and apparently it went really well. So that was the last time I have personally played DC20 this year, but still recommend.
But we also, anyone who wants to get a taste, I believe there's a West Marches.
Yes.
Yep.
So,
Glenn and Hodop are doing incredible things and a bunch of friends to make sure that DC20 is accessible, playable, and if you want into a game, you can get into a game. So, Dungeon Coach, not hard to find on YouTube. DC20, not hard to find on the internets. Dive in if you want just an incredibly well thought out, highly spirited romp through
Just a spirited game.
Just a spirited game.
And so much is coming because he also did incredibly well this year. So DC20 is about to blow up.
Yeah, these folks are just rolling around in big stacks of Kickstarter cash. That's what I would do.
Scrooge McDuck.
I would just straight Scrooge McDuck that. Get naked.
Yeah, pantsless.
Yeah,
everybody's just Winnie the Pooh in it, huh? We're Winnie the Pooh in it right now.
Yeah,
that's right.
No pants Friday, everybody.
No pants Friday.
Actually, I have a Christmas sweater. Shorts is what I have on.
There we go. Skort.
Your sweater is just a romper. It's not a sweater. It's an ugly Christmas romper.
We're on to you,
Exactly.
What you got next, AK?
What's up?
How'd this happen? This is embarrassing. Some of our quotes from our quote book happened to slip their way into this presentation. We are having a yearbook party right now, are we not?
That is true.
Yeah.
You can eat tacos, but you can't eat your friends' tacos. Wise word.
You can. You shouldn't.
Without consent.
When did I say that?
With consent, you can do anything.
That I said that.
Next year, we're going to do a video version of the quote book, by the way. We're going to have timestamps.
Wait, before you move on, AK, I just want to appreciate all of the weird background elements in these things. Like there's something over the side that looked like an old school Nintendo controller, but wasn't. Yeah, this thing to the right. And then in the previous one, there was a really tasty looking charcuterie cheese board over here on the left. Anyway,
lots of Easter eggs.
Thanks for the details.
Easter eggs for our Discord, which I just dropped the link for in the chat. So if you want to know more about charcuterie,
hours doing this, I was like, nobody's even going to notice or care that I'm putting these in. So you have just made my heart sing.
Nice.
Thank you so much. And thank you to our Discord for being 10% weirder with us. Probably more than 10% weirder. All right. Moving on to most likely to save the world is obviously Masks, A New Generation. I'm also going to, by the way, I misspelled feels. That's embarrassing.
I thought you were going for a different meaning there.
Just
fealty. Different,
right.
Entertainment says Masks is my new fave. I'm not a person who lives with many regrets, but one of my only regrets is that I did not play enough Masks this year.
We're gonna blame our friend Tay almost.
Way to go, have a kid.
100% for that. It was his fault that he had a child. And
sweet baby
had take
Had to
care
go
of.
and have a life.
Yep.
We loved it.
What is that even? This game, you roll up an angsty teen, like just coming into their powers. And so there is just so much flexibility in it. And this is the game. If your mantra like ours is 10, 20, 69% weirder, Masks is the game for you because you're just really not at all strapped into any one thing. So yes. Anybody else have anything else to say?
Got your feels mixed in with your
with my feet. That's exactly it.
Yeah. Nice. Good work.
Dave says I kickstarted this game and it burns and I haven't been able to play it yet. Well, come in and hang out with us and we'll all make a point to play more Masks in 2025. Deal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we'll do one of the Patreon one-shots again as Masks because it really is very fun.
So fun.
Yeah.
I love it. Drew's on a train and also watching us. All right, well, let's continue and see what is next in our superlative list. Obviously, we had to give most popular to Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, the cleanup. Zero.
What do we even say? There's nothing else to say about this, please.
We still play it. We still play it. We still love it. There's just no... there's no quitting D&D.
Has really anybody played 2024 yet?
I had a game that of our patron. We have a beautiful patron game where you can come and join and play with us. I had one that really got super close to 2024 thanks to the players. They were all like, it was Blade Bound and it was Big Bro DM, and everybody kind of knew the 2024 rules, so it ended up being they're nice. They're good rules. Monks are way OP. Holy crap.
You know what? They needed it. They've been so underpowered for so long. Yeah. Just give it to them, man.
Yeah.
Monks are underpowered?
But
yeah.
I don't know.
Especially at lower levels.
Well, levels like 1 to 4 and then like
okay.
Put Drew's. I can do it. I can do Drew's. Drew's comment is perfect. Has anyone played full 2024?
I've always
fair.
Actually, Drew was there that night that we were. That was a perfect example. Medium 2024 is the way.
Medium 2024 light.
This was not the vibe when I was putting this together, but like I love that we're just creating our own roadmap for 2025.
Yeah, I love it. I mean,
will we do full D&D 20? I don't know.
I want more time for games in 2025 because a lot of this I just haven't played. I haven't played 2024 yet.
Yeah.
Why?
Fine. All right. If we must, friends. I believe it concludes our first category. It does.
Okay.
Oh.
Now we're gonna hear from our goth kids of the high school table. See what they're up to and feeling. And the way that this shook out, y'all.
I'm real happy about this.
I love this because we have the class clown. The class clown is a goth. All right, say it right, Fitz, because I can't still.
Merc Boreal.
You're boy.
Soft G and the O with the dots is more like an E.
Yeah. We got a little taste of this.
Yeah.
We got a little taste of this at Gen Con, and
I just want more.
More.
I got a hit and I want more.
Seconds of the game. Had to instantly roll up a new character. Who wants to give, for those who are not familiar with the name I still can't say, Morkborg, Mork and Mindy. Who wants to give a little quick run? I mean, I put it really all you need to know here is light on rules, heavy on literally everything else. It is a heavy metal game.
That's the funny part of it, is that it is really, it does have a wink, wink, nod, nod. It is a love of heavy metal in its purest form. Like if you pick up the beautiful, gorgeous book, which I highly recommend you buy the book if you're going to play this game, because, and I'll say that about every book. I don't. Not even some of the books that I have, but this one is so beautiful. It's just gorgeous. And it's so fun to read all the weird little things. And they it's very funny. But yes, here's the cool thing that I've discovered about your this year and last, though, is that
I love listening to you guys struggle with it.
Dave said you got to pronounce it like Swedish Chef.
In post, we're just gonna copy and paste what you say over what we're saying.
Okay, yeah, we'll fix it in post.
The cool thing is that I think the system itself has gotten a lot of attention. So now there's a pirate. And then there's I own a really cool Nordic version. So it doesn't if heavy metal and death and darkness is not necessarily in your wheelhouse, you can lighten it up, which is really kind of interesting. And
I thought all of those other versions were made by the same folks.
Some of them
are. Yeah.
Some, not all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people are making supplements or like skins for it.
Because it's basically open source, the actual.
So, Matt, would you play pirate lore?
With the right situation, yes, I would have to.
What do you got against pirates, man?
I don't know, man.
I just fun.
I just don't. I don't love the.
I'm gonna give you a handful, like a couple of Drizzt books to read.
Yeah.
Where Drizzt and his party end up on the high seas of the Sword Coast, and it's real fun. It's very fun.
Yes. There are people that are trying to turn me to the glory of pirates, so I'm open to it. But...
Rabbit in our, who I think had to freak out for a few minutes, and of course, right now as we're talking pirates, hopefully we'll watch them on demand. Captain Sarah wants to word with you.
But I'll say, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, Matt.
Yeah.
With the system of this, this is close-ish to like Shadowdark in the character creation sense.
Absolutely.
But this is way more like heavy metal, whereas Shadowdark is like more original TTRPG, like dungeon delving flavor.
Perfect. That's exactly the way. I think if you want to actually teach somebody how to play Dungeons and Dragons, like any edition, give them Shadowdark. It's easier to get into. It's easier to start. You understand what D20s are and advantage and disadvantage, and it's so simple. And you can just like go into a cave, kill things, and get the game. You'll understand it immediately. But this has a lot of flavor in it. Very
Kai says I got to get you into a Pirates of the Ethereal Expanse game.
Yeah.
Okay.
What has told me though is that was this written for me? High magic plus high piracy on a sea of liquid starlight. Are we playing high pirates?
I did have an idea this year of my many trillions of ideas that I hope I'll never get to, but I think this would be, and some people have tried it, would be the perfect system for a real Curse of Strahd, like a scary Curse of Strahd. I think this system, the Bjorg system, that's not what it's called.
We gotta move on from this.
Let's go. You're right. Let's get out of here. Yeah,
I love you guys so much.
Love very much.
Say it one more time, Fitz.
Merc Borea.
By the time you get to I've already forgotten how it started is the problem.
Merc Borea.
Just call it Dark Castle. Done.
I just want to point out that we, in our goth category, have Class Clown and Biggest Flirt. I love this school. I want to go there.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I've given Shadowdark the Biggest Flirt because it flirted hard with us and won us over. And there's something hot about, you got to light a torch to do that.
Yes.
Darkness.
Yeah,
hello,
darkness.
Darkness, my old friend.
Darkness.
Yeah, it is. I just think Kelsey Dion has created. She won a bunch of Ennies this year. It is so rock solid. It is so ADHD and autistic spectrum friendly.
Yeah.
Everything about what she does, and I got to ask her this year in person at Gen Con. Do you specifically? I was hoping that she had ADHD so we could have her on the podcast. But we maybe should ask her anyway, because something about the way that her brain works is just so beautiful and easy to comprehend and to pick up, and yet she doesn't leave anything out. It is like she's the Hemingway of TTRPG designers. Just so concise, economical, and Shadowdark is one of those games that it also has like a pretty serious like trapping of mechanism. It was really for darkness and dungeon dwelling and so on and so forth. But I have seen, as we're going to see later, there are people who are, making it apply to everything. And it's just such an easy, good system that it doesn't have to be going down into a dungeon. It can really be developed into amazing things.
I love that you just made up a new word, Matt. Dungeon dwelling, the intersection of dwelling and delving. Yeah.
That's like Spinal Tap.
I also gave this the biggest flirt because I think collectively, I do speak for all of us and probably all of you. We all have a crush on Kelsey Dion.
Oh my God.
Do we not? I mean,
she's so hot right now.
She's so hot right now.
So great.
Her Arcane Live, if you guys are like stuck on 5e or if your table's stuck on 5e, check out her 5e adventures and supplements as Arcane Library, because those are like chef's kiss.
We'll talk more about that next week when we're talking about our favorite games. But this was my year of using her material to, I think, run some
guided. Run some of the
Can
best.
I also
yeah.
Can I also award Shadow Dark the best TTRPG name award?
It's pretty.
I just think I think of all the games out, it's just the coolest sounding name, and it's descriptive of what it is.
Yeah,
it's just the coolest.
True. We love it.
I mean,
we love this game. And also really cool community, really cool Discord they've got going on there. Always. For a bunch of goths and a bunch of shadow dorks, they're just super welcoming and friendly and great. So we love it. If you're watching from that camp, we love you.
And I think the art also really tells you what it's all about as well. Oh my God.
Man.
Oh no, another quote.
Like in 3 and how did
Oh boy.
Whoops. Juiced up and ready to blow.
Wait, look at these books in the background.
Put those in there just for you, buddy.
Oh my God. That is funny.
That raccoon looks like it's haunted.
There's a raccoon in every single one of these, and I love this. More MOR raccoons.
Cursed, but
Hello. Wow. Juiced up and ready to blow. Is there any context? Why would I say something like that?
Only DT knows at this point, I think. All right, moving on.
Cool. See ya.
Most likely to keep you up all night, rock us all night long, Darkest House. We played that in a recent... therapy not included, but we
unless you play in with Ash, and then the therapist comes with the package.
That's true. That's true.
This is a Monty Cook game. It is not without its flaws. The system is constantly talked about online as far as what exactly he meant by some of the mechanics. But it doesn't matter because this thing is so freaking cool, so scary, actually truly scary. The artwork is terrifying. And they built this during the pandemic. And it is one of the best online versions of a game. It's not a PDF. It's an actual app for Windows and Mac that you download. And oh my God, as a GM tool, it is incredible. It's it's such incredible UX that you can click and drag and show your players, move things into VDT. It is so well done that it cuts down on prep. You could almost not really know what you're doing, open up this app, and then just have the players go and click on it.
Oh, wow.
It fits into any system. So it's kind of like a side quest when you want to really scare your players. It's a perfect Halloween thing. If you want to take a little break from a game that you're playing, a massive campaign, because the idea is that characters...
Or year-long Curse of Strahd, maybe, for example.
But the idea is that all like any system of players, like, so the house itself is timeless and anachronistic in every way, so it doesn't fit to a particular time or era or anything. It's very, very cool. And the cool news is they are building the Darkest Woods, and that is coming out next year.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
In the woods thing? What?
Yeah.
This is playing right into our machinations of immersive tabletop role-playing game with
I thought about that.
Blair Witch people out in the woods and real murderers.
Real murderers.
Yeah.
Come on down.
It's happening. It's really fun.
I just want to go...
Okay, so when this comes out, we have to go and do our little camping trip. Just set up some cameras like up on trees or whatever, or like GoPros, Blair Witch style, and then play this in the dark and try to forget that the cameras are there and just scare the shit out of ourselves.
I love it.
Y'all are aware that I'm going to be trying to crawl into sleeping bags with y'all at night. Like, there will be no Allison sleeping alone if this is the idea. Y'all get that. I have consent, right?
Yes.
Get your safe words ready, y'all.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Monty Cook, we're going to touch on a couple of other games. I think he is, he's a visionary. I can't say he's the best designer. I can't of games. I can't say that, the Cypher system is the perfect thing, but I absolutely say that it is so much substance. Every single game I've played so far, which my biggest goal was to play Cypher's system this year, and I'm so happy that I did. He just brings the substance. It's so real, so good. Next.
Rabbit and Tay came back. We talked about you guys when you were gone.
Yeah.
Good things only.
Yeah.
We did that.
Most dramatic.
Talking with most dramatic. This was the superlative. I was so upset that I did not win in high school, and I've now given it to Vampire the Masquerade. Also, just the lovely.
Who beat you?
Look at that.
What jerkwad beat you?
Sullivan. A lovely human being, if she's still out there.
She's dead.
She won that award. I did not. I was not good enough.
She's dead to me.
Thank you. Most dramatic, Vampire the Masquerade. Don't hunt vampires, play them.
Yeah.
We had a ton of fun with this one at Gen Con this year. It's all of our first tiptoe. And I think you bought the books, Matt.
Yeah, I bought the book. Yeah, it's right.
Sorry, Evan,
right
I cut you off. Didn't you?
No, I haven't played it yet with a group because it is one of those games that is you cannot deviate from the lore as far as I can tell. It is you have to go in, you have to learn the lore. So it's vampire and cyberpunk. You cannot separate them like you can a D&D or something else.
Blades in the Dark.
You
can't. Yeah.
No. Yeah. You can't. And you don't want to. And so you have to find the right
world's
people.
So cool.
Yeah.
Right.
But Vampire is it's just I don't know. I think it's very cool, very political, very sexy. Yeah, I can't wait to.
Yeah,
it was nothing like what I thought it'd be like.
No, it was nothing like I thought it would be like. And the only downfall, but what I think is also its strong point, is that there is so much lore. So like I think I said at the time I wish I needed like some novels or like a TV show to watch.
Yeah.
That has the lore, and then I think I would be all in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
I've seen Seth outside in the sun.
Does he glow?
Oh,
he sparkles.
He sparkles.
I've seen Seth outside.
I think I've seen Seth in the daylight. Yeah. So we're gonna go from most dramatic to most artistic.
What is this? I haven't even heard of this.
I want to play this one so bad.
So I have to say that if I were, I actually prefer all of AK's, things. If there was a game that shocked me the most, like surprised me how much I loved it and how well thought out it is. The system is so easy and fun. It comes from this. So what Free League does is they like to find books, like art books, and turn them into games. So they don't start with like a story as much. Well, I mean, that's not all that they do, but the artist that did all of this unbelievably cool art. I could find his name at the front, but he is a Swedish Nordic. Hold on, Johan Egerkrans. He just this is his art, and he made a book called Vaesen, and then Free League turned it into a game, and the game is so great. It is the 1900s. You are sort of like a secret society of investigators, and you have the ability to see Vaesen, which is like the catch-all term for any kind of fairy or troll vampire that used to get along with humans, but because of the 1900s and progress, the Vaesen are being squashed, and they're turning bad, or they're
PO'd,
or they're PO'd, and so you have to kind of find them, categorize them, stop them, help them. So cool. Yeah, White Fox, Seth. Yeah, hello, Seth.
Yeah. Free
League
I'm
did
becoming
the same thing. Tales of the Loop, and then there's another one that I just had, the Electric State, which is incredibly cool because the Electric State is Free League. They turn it into a game, and now it's going to be on Netflix, which is so fun. Oh my
Apparently,
God.
we're helping Bladebound spend all of his hard-earned money.
I can hear my wallet checking out at the cash register.
It's just walking away.
This is so cool.
Spitting out bills.
Post-apocalyptic America, and everybody's kind of like the world ended because everybody joined VR, basically.
Okay.
And so you're
a little bit of like Ready Player One style.
Yes.
I am very, very quickly becoming a huge Free League stand.
Oh my God.
I spent the most time at PAX just like loitering in their booth.
I think
it's just so much good.
I would say I think the reason that I like Gamehole Con so much is that is their favorite con. That is they have this enormous presence there. They do a lot of the panels. You play their game room is enormous, and I think that's why.
Yes, Fitz talked me out of going to PAX next year because of how you have to wait till day of to figure out what you're playing. Matt is more and more talking all of us into Gamehole, is what I'm hearing right now.
I had fully intended to do Gamehole Con this year. It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
2025, because I want to play a lot more of these Free League games.
Yeah,
we've played Alien. Alien was great. They have a Walking Dead one, which looked quite good. Vaesen,
all
obviously.
The cons.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
We want to have COVID from January 1st through December 31st next year.
Our bodies will be wrecked.
Oh God! All right, shall we move along? And
let's do it, because otherwise I'll just talk Free League all day. Let's move.
Like
Keep moving,
you guys. So we're going from the Goths to the Rebels. With
Rebel.
Yeah. Let's find out who makes up this bunch. Another one that Matt's going to have to talk about, most likely to start a cult. Truly, I heard this is a very, very broody boy, is what I could glean.
But I will say this: I think you categorized it correctly. I would not say that Simba Room is goth. I would say that Simba Room is it's like a rebel. It is. It was so popular as a Free League game with its own system. They converted it to 5e as well. So you can, if you are a 5e person, they basically took the SRD and grafted the lore and the world of Symbaroum onto a playable version. It is low magic. It is a low magic game. It's also kind of like a fantasy apocalyptic world, and so it is bleak. It is bleak, and anybody who does have magic, every time you try to use it, you get punished.
This sounds like the system for you. Yeah, sounds like a Bivens Brothers system.
I'll see y'all later. Bye.
So cool, and it really dives into the mechanic of like corruption. Like you are being corrupted, you are having to fight this void kind of that is always trying to continue to destroy the world. It's really beautiful. The book is gorgeous. The system is really straightforward and cool. Another Free League
banger.
Stands.
Banger.
Okay. Free League has also got some banger names. Shadow Dark still probably top of the top, but Simba Room. Although Mike Sporer was saying he thought it was Simba, like the Lion King, Simba, like Simba's room. It's the Simba Room. Yes, it's the Simba Room.
There's Nelbean says has the best elves from any universe. Say more.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Apparently they're terrifying.
They're scary.
Elves.
Oh,
that I would do.
They didn't even in the 5e conversion. It's not the your dad's elves. It's not your 5Es.
These ain't your pappy's elves. Got it.
There is
Okay.
There's like much, I don't know, much like the world that I try to build. Elves and humans don't get along, and they are constantly hunted, and they are very, very scary.
Okay.
It's because Matt heard I wanted to play an elf and wanted to.
That's what it was. I wanted to
Nip
that in the bud.
And then you just called up Free League and were like, "Hey guys, I have a system for you."
Yeah.
Elves.
Amazing. Are we ready to see what's next?
Yes.
Yes.
Most likely
Yay!
to be in the dark.
Now Evan can speak.
Yeah, Evan is in a campaign of this one. We all got to play one session with the great Seth of all trades.
Playing this tonight, you guys.
Ooh. Yeah, you are.
Playing this tonight.
Jealous every time you say that.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I'm sad that you guys aren't there with us because the fellows that I get to play with are so awesome. You guys have you know most of them. You know Seth. You know Colby McHugh. You don't know Lance, who is also just such a great guy. It's very, very fun. Yeah, I love this game, man. I love it. It gets a little bit technical with the like upgrading yourself and rest time and upgrading your crew and like your, there's a lot of kind of stuff. But when the story is really going, it's just so much fun. Of course, it's also super fun because Seth is GMing it, and he's so good, you guys. He's such a like the last time we played, I was just sitting there watching like what a remarkable improviser he is in kind of any character. Anyway, so he makes it especially good. But yeah, everybody go play this if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Love it. I want more. The little tasty taste that we got was not enough.
The world is so cool. The world is
everything I was hoping it was going to be. Yeah.
I gotta highlight a couple of chat things that have come in because people are on fire. The Blades in the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, that was actually what I gave that. I was thinking of that.
That's great.
So thank you, Dave, for picking up on it.
But then immediately after DT with the everywhere the light touches is our kingdom, but never go to that dark place. That's where the elves live.
There were people about Mufasa's elves to tie the whole Lion King back in from Mike. And like, chat is on fire today. I love y'all so freaking much.
I thought the dark place was DT's basement.
That's right, aka Game Hall Con.
AKA Game Hall Con. And White Fox has issued a challenge. You've played with that, Seth. Now you need to turn the tables and let them play with you.
Yep.
All the crossovers. Amazing. Moving along.
Oh, no.
Hearing
What did
from
I
another
say?
one definitely needs more wet, sloppy squelching.
I remember when you said this, actually.
I don't remember this.
I do, yeah. You're talking about captioning, I think.
Oh, probably in a... Okay, I see the iced coffee. I see the iced coffee.
Nice. Did you get artificial intelligence to make these images? It's amazing. It's amazing. What are these creepy glowing eyeballs?
Yeah, what are they?
I kept asking it to remove those, and it kept giving me more. So finally, I said, "You know what? Fine." The robots are
Sometimes
watching.
it just refuses to do what you want. Yeah, just
I see the double
little
curve.
mushroom.
Yeah. So I got you a little shroom. I asked for Star Wars, and that we have a weird rogue Chewbacca thing.
Oh, I thought that was Bigfoot. I thought that was the cryptid.
Yeah, I don't. It wasn't. It was fighting me on that one. So, anyways, all right. So Fitz and I got to play this one. Most likely to get a whole pot and never come back.
Yeah, seriously.
I want to play this super bad.
Yeah, so
I don't know what you had before. That's really funny. Okay, I love that one. Yeah, sorry.
Survive if you can, trust no one. DT was kind enough to GM this one for us on his trip over here for myself, Fitz, and my brother and sister-in-law. And honestly, one of the high points of RPGs for me this year. I had so much fun with this game.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for Matt and Evan to play it. I think y'all are going to love it. Fitz went full unhinged. I don't want to give too many other spoilers away, but oh my good God.
Were you a xenomorph?
This just,
but let's just
you
say
up for shenanigans.
Trust
no one.
Trust no one.
Yeah.
Mostly me.
Oh, so it's not collaborative. Is it player versus player?
Yeah. I mean, not.
You all have everybody has their own agenda. So some people's agendas may align and others may conflict.
May not. And that's
like you don't have to be fast, but you just have to be faster than the person who's slow, like that kind of game.
Kind of, yeah.
You're each given, like when you select characters, you're each given an agenda that you and only you know about. You do not make that public. And so there's ways to like, kind of like Daggerheart, you can forge connections and things like that is also encouraged. But there's something that every player, stop that microphone, something that every player kind of keeps close to the vest, and it comes out in game, and it is a wild and fun ride. I love that. A shout out to Javelin Entertainment, our friend Austin. We got to do some play testing with him and are going to do some more with him next year that you will all get to see. And I love this idea of like the GM and the player kind of having this conversation ahead of time with these fixed agendas, not necessarily for the point of being secretive, but like to just kind of give a little flavor to come in, especially if it's a one shot or a session 0. I love that mechanic. I love anytime I get to see it, and Alien is one of the best uses of it with its agendas and previous characters.
I think it's what makes it also. I've said it before. This again, another Freeland game, but this is the only game that we've played where I genuinely at moments felt scared, and I think because of having that, and it might be because of those sort of hidden agendas combined with just the setting and the way that it plays out, but it feels more real because you don't like. I know you guys, you're my friends, but there are parts of you that I will never know,
afraid of.
Right?
Yeah.
And then parts of you that I am afraid of. I will bury one body for each of you, and that's your cutoff.
Got it.
Just one?
That's
like one potato chip, man.
You gotta pick the one you need help with digging, all right? But
bury the one you love.
But like what we did with Austin with the game that was Daggerheart based last week, and then with Alien, it just makes it feel more real that every character would potentially have something that the rest of the players don't know about. And it doesn't have to be a secret that's going to be like a monkey wrench that completely derails the game. Some people might have that, but it could just be a motivation that the others don't know about, and it can help drive the game in a more real way.
Sure.
It's not all nefarious. Like my agenda was not, it was actually to protect. Like whether or not I had a good relationship with you, I was going to have your back. And then others...
Not so much.
Yes, Evan?
I have a question.
Yes.
Would this game be scarier if you were playing it on the International Space Station?
Oh my God.
Yes.
2026.
Do you think there
2025 International Space Station 2026.
Let's do it.
Are there I know, right? Let's befriend Bezos, right? Or whatever, just not Musk. I'd choose Bezos over Musk.
I would choose Bezos over Musk, but by a thin hair.
Or just government, just go straight old school NASA, and we'll get up to this ISS. Great. Or let's go Russian. I don't know. Who's going to the ISS these days?
That's what OK Go did.
I'll crack my Russian textbooks. I'll work on. I'll refresh myself.
Oh God.
And let's send those cosmonauts a copy of this.
Amazing. Yep. I love this.
Or we could just go to I bet going to like an abandoned office building and playing this would be
okay. Sure.
Yeah.
That's why not?
Yeah.
Or the Vomit Comet. You guys know what the Vomit Comet is? That's what they film like those movies. Like, it's the plane that astronauts use to simulate zero gravity, where it goes up and then it dives and it goes and then so you have a few seconds.
Don't.
No, that's what we're gonna do.
I love this from White Fox. Guys, I built a rocket in 9th grade. I can get us there.
Yes!
I love the confidence happening there. All right.
Don't bass me, all right? If you're going to promise that we're going to go to space, we're going to space.
Yeah.
Lance Bass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He went through all the training and then didn't actually get to go to space.
Didn't get to space.
Oh, bless his heart.
All right, y'all. Ready to find out what's next?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Sorry, we can move on.
Most likely to become a true crime podcaster.
Yes.
Because of the Famous Archives, dark secrets, chilling mysteries, and a touch of existential dread. Matt, you explained this one to me as X-Files.
Yeah. Yeah, I would
say
X-Files, Dresden. It is, but it is its own podcast, which is amazing. It is.
Yeah, it's on my podcast list.
Every bit as amazing as Old Gods of Appalachia, and I think that's why Monty Cook kind of also took this on, is that they had such a success with Old Gods that they found another super well done, terrifying. This one's set in modern times, basically. It's somewhere anywhere between the 80s and now, and there is a group of, similarly, kind of like Faison, there's a group of investigators that are going out and they're researching and they're interacting with phenomena, really.
Yeah.
And it's so cool. Yes, exactly. We got to play on DT's birthday, and again, the mechanics are, I'm not 100%. They're little, but so much substance, much just freaky, flavorful, scary. I honestly think, even though it is set up to be a little bit of a one shot, because the podcasts are episodic. Sorry, is that the right word? Some of them are. Some of them only tell one tale.
Episodic.
Okay, great, thank you. And then, but there is an arc. There's a very definitive arc, and
that's like X-Files.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it's if you want to play X-Files, you want to put it in, then it's so good. Yeah,
I can't wait to chat.
What's happening?
White Fox.
Phenomena. Phenomena.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will say that this one and Vampire are two that I would say, and probably Alien as well. There are some that are great for con games and dropping in with strangers.
Yeah.
Ones like this, it's better I think, to play with, because that was what was fun about playing this one. It was myself, DT, Kai, and Seth were the players, and because we're all comfortable with each other, and with Matt as a GM, I might have had a different take on this playing at a con. Yeah. Because of the loosey-goosiness, right? When you don't have those kind of clear-cut mechanics, it's well, what can I do? But when you're among friends, you're I'm just going to go get weird.
Yep.
Also, call out, though, I don't know about I didn't actually get to play this one, but when it comes to Vampire and with Alien, you also want to play with people you're comfortable with, because there can be elements of betrayal. So if you don't know the other people at the table, it can get kind of weird.
Yeah.
So just,
or if you do, and you've been betrayed by that person in real life, I mean, you're trying to forgive them, but you still think they're still a little bit icy, a little bit rocky. It could be triggering.
That person.
Be triggering.
Not the game to therapize with each other.
No. Okay. I think Evan raised his hand. Had another.
I did. I have a question for brother.
Yeah.
So Magnus Archives and Old Gods, they were both podcasts first.
Yes.
And then Monty Cook said, "That's awesome. Let me make a game out of that."
Right.
So the question is, do the podcast creators have? Are they part of the game creation process? They
Absolutely.
are. Okay, cool.
Cool. And I think that is what is super cool about Monty Cook. When you hear him talk, when you hear him speak about things, I watched a panel this year where he talked about how to scare the bleep out of your players. It was just so.
Is he a Midwesterner? Is he one of those nice guy Midwestern guys?
Oofda and Two Tree.
He says Oofda and Two Tree. No,
Two Tree.
I don't really know where he's from, to be honest. But he started in early D&D land, and then he
worked at Wizards.
He worked at Wizards, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But he
no, that was a question. Not sorry.
He worked at D&D. I don't know whether it was TSR of Wizards. I can't remember. But
gotcha.
He just, I think he cares so much about the things that he cares about, right?
He's from South Dakota.
There it is.
There you go.
South Dakota.
And he worked at Wizards.
Nothing.
Actually, no, he worked at TSR and then Wizards.
Okay. He survived the transition. That's really cool.
Old school.
So he's got, you can tell that he's kind of a mastermind mad scientist. You really can tell. He built this book called Ptolus, Ptolus, is the most incredible setting for a city I've ever. The book is like weighs a ton, and that is like Fantasy City. It has nothing to do with Magnus Archives, but he started listening to the podcast. He said, I want to do this. Same thing with Old Gods, but he gives them. I mean, they send you to episodes of the podcast all through those books. They go into detail. I mean, you and I know that they actually mention barter, so they do additional research about the area and the. So yeah, I mean, it's just so cool. It's just real cool.
All right,
awesome.
Are we ready to find out what's? I think this might be onto a new category. I think
we played a lot of games.
We've made our way to the honor roll, the best of the best, the top of the class. Let's find out who is taking these remaining seats. So best setting. Talk about a crush. I gave it extra credit for captivating Matt's full attention. So Matt, if you want to talk about Soul Blight and how you've been able to use this. Yeah.
Anybody that will listen, the man's name is Lauren David Wegan. He goes by many other names. He is Lord Tathamet in our personal community. I'm assuming that's...
And Diablo right here.
And Diablo, sir. How are you? I just cannot stop talking about how amazing this setting is, Soul Blight, for Shadowdark. It is... I don't know when you sleep, dude. I don't understand how you do. And I was so delighted when I finally got to meet Kelsey Dion at Gen Con. She said the same thing. She's like, I don't know when he sleeps. I don't understand.
Disastrous goth. That's why we like you.
Disastrous goth. Yeah. So yeah, it is so well done. It is so in depth, and he has just come out with like an expansion to an already incredibly expanded. This is the example of what a creator could do with Shadowdark. It's called Soul Blight, so it is dark. I'm not saying it isn't, but he takes you out of the light into this whole universe of, soul blights and different places. And the soul blights are the things that you can go down into. So he takes the core functionality of Shadowdark, but then he adds all this beautiful stuff on top. And it's not just medieval European. I'm assuming. It is. It's not just medieval European. It is all manner of fantastical. But you obviously love history, Lauren. You could tell because it's got like Eastern stuff in there. You got to get it. It is very affordable. Just very beautiful.
Get you your setting. And also, kudos for writing a sentence with the word festering in it that didn't make me absolutely convulse and squirm in my seat.
It's festering. There's a whole lot of festering.
Yeah, Matt has used Soul Blight as kind of the underlayer, the underpainting for a lot of the adventures, one-shots, and otherwise. So thank you for that. Thank you, because as players, we've really gotten to enjoy the heck out of it.
It is very rare that I see a setting. I'm not saying it's impossible. There are some that I just, even if I don't want to live in that setting, there's so much to steal to kind of drag into your own world, and Soul Blight for sure. So many cool things I've been inspired by.
Amazing.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you.
And it's getting an update soon.
Yeah. Ooh, amazing. All right.
Big fan.
One that got away. There it is. We're coming for you. We will see you.
Yeah.
You had me at Southern Gothic personally. So
I think we are the people to play this game.
Yep.
I think we are.
Are we?
Play it.
Why are we? I mean, not that I don't want to play them, but why are we the people?
Because I think it's very interesting because you cannot touch the podcast. It is its own beautiful, scary thing with its own actors and its own world. But I think that we all grew up in and around Appalachia. We are all Southerners. True. We have this very, very deep connection to, locations that are mentioned in the book. And I think we all grew up loving these stories of the Wendigo and the the super creepy Appalachian cryptid things. And in this world, they're all real. They're all there. And
but the version we're going to play is just slice of life.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Mm-hmm.
We're not. It's nothing supernatural. No mystery. No.
It's going to be
horror,
wake up.
No murder. It's just it's
till
like The
fields,
Sims.
Go home.
There will be Kentucky goblins, right?
We've all been touched by the Gerblins.
Yes.
We're just going to be
the Mammoth Cave Network.
Yeah, we're just going to be recreating my 4 a.m. walks in Boone that probably shouldn't have happened, or the trips to Trash Can Falls.
We're so glad you're still here with us, Fitzy.
We lived in Charleston. I don't know. I just feel like if you are a goth in the South, even if you never looked like one, I think if you dive into that kind of like vibe that Michael Stipe has, that a lot of writers have, I feel like it's just a part of you, and I feel like we're the right people. I think we're gonna capture it.
Just put on some Fables of the Reconstruction and let's go.
Yeah.
Blueberry Ale and Trash Can Falls.
Well, you sold me. I mean, I was already sold. But
we were already
and
sold.
I can do this. I mean,
see, we're the
Happy birthday, Amy Cox. What is Trash Can Falls, though? Before we move on,
Trash Can Falls? Oh, it's
I never heard
best.
of that.
It's a sort of tucked away little hangout spot where there's an exact little. There's a waterfall, and at the top of it, there is the exact perfect rock formation in which the water swirls around like a trash can, and you can sit and just it's perfect. Yeah. It's just the perfect hangout spot.
I've never seen a trash can swirl.
Well, get yourself in a trash
slide.
can swirl.
We'll go.
Get yourself in a trash can swirl.
Get swirled. Get swirly.
Bitch.
Get swirled, bitch.
I got swirly in Trash Can Falls.
Imagine swirled peace. Okay. Save us, AK.
Check your bones before you go, since there is hiking and climbing involved. Let's go. Let us hike in TTRPGs. All right. We're coming up here to the end. Oh, no. Our final quote. I have full confidence in my mouth and my obsessive tendencies.
Oh, no.
Okay. What's in your background here? You got a nice little meat and cheese.
We got the
and a little ramekin of mustard, it looks like.
A little ramekin of aioli,
honey.
sir.
Oh, that's aioli.
Oh, nice.
I was going to go hummus, but you're right. That is aioli. That is a yellow aioli.
And a tentacle.
Fitz is hiding that tentacle.
Sorry.
Wait, no. Oh my gosh.
There it is.
Oh man.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
Good
you
work.
again, DT, for putting all of these wonderful things and thoughts together. And finally, the crown jewel. Well, there's one more after this one, a special little one. But for the games, most likely to succeed, we're giving it to Daggerheart. Y'all know my feelings, our feelings. I am very excited. The final games I believe I will play in 2024. I've got a session of Daggerheart tonight, one tomorrow, and a final one next week. The party for next week's has already challenged me. Can we go high level and aim for a TPK? I'm down to clown if y'all are friends.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
They
want to go high level. So we're going to talk about it because I actually the one shot we're doing has some tie-ins to the world we've gotten to know through the adventures of Bud and Herb. So it's going to be very lore heavy one shot. But yes,
But why? I mean, why? It's not. It's and I will say it's not just Critical Role because honestly, I'm not a critter. I'm not, and I'm not anti-critter. I try to be a critter. I cannot be a critter.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. And they don't even touch on that. It is. No. I think the best quote of the year in my mind is Daggerheart is the TTRPG made for theater kids. DC-20 is made for math nerds. And they do come out of the gate with like a very new twist on the fantasy world. You know, both of them in very different ways. And I think that simply, I mean, at its simplest, Daggerheart I mean, we're theater kids. I think that's really the way, the best way. It is a beautiful mix of improv, of light mechanics, but then so much room to make those light mechanics medium mechanics without the tactical stuff in your brain. It's like, I'm doing a bad job.
Well,
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that Bladebound and I went to the Daggerheart panel at PAX this past weekend, and they discussed how they're, instead of making like a campaign settings for Daggerheart, they're making this thing called campaign frames, I believe. Correct me if I got that terminology wrong. And they previewed one called Beast Feast, which is very much like, dungeon meshy sort of, or
Beast Feast.
Yeah.
Bees Feast.
No,
I mean,
Feast.
Depends on if you're hunting a bees, I guess. But Beast Feast, or like Monster Hunter or something where you. But basically, we don't have to go too far into it. But instead of making, say, like a Greyhawk or a Forgotten Realms, they're making these skins that you can apply to the base mechanics that either add or slightly alter, like give optional mechanics to Daggerheart to sort of flavor what world you're going to be in. And because this whole time we've been talking about how the branding and the feel for Daggerheart is so is shiny and strong.
Right.
But it was interesting. We Bladebound ran a Beast Feast game on Sunday that I hopped in on, and we sort of tested what's available of that at the moment. And it was interesting how just putting that skin on top of the game changed the feel of it. So I think, Daggerheart was already good to begin with, and then now knowing about this campaign frames, I think this solves, because Matt talked about how he had made one that was like a meat grinder, scary, and we had talked about like, can Daggerheart be scary? And I think the answer is yes with a campaign frame. So this one is most likely to, it's most likely to succeed. This is the one that has captured all of our Daggerhearts.
Yeah. It has, and to the point where I'm gonna go ahead and say, if you need to know everything about DC 20, then you want to go to our friend Jaken's channel, Swordplay Sorcery. If you want to know everything about Daggerheart, you need to go to our friend Daniel's channel at Bladebound Saga, and then we're about to play this campaign, which I just cannot wait, with our friend Austin next year, Javelin Entertainment, and I am ready to play more and more and more of this game and have those Beast Feasts or whatever.
Yep. We've got a lot of stuff in the works coming out strong and hot in early 2025. Between us, Bladebound Saga, and others, Faint Divinities is another fantastic. If you just want to go watch some really high quality actual plays, get to Stepman. And so myself, Faint Divinities, Seth of All Trades are playing with Daniel, Bladebound Saga, and AJ as well. And so some of that content will be coming out early next year. And then we're all just counting down the seconds until the final release. I did finally order mine. I did go for the GM's version. So I will have new toys once that drops. So yeah, I am.
It's just, you could tell that the people that make it from the very top down just think and think and care and care and think. Now, I'm not saying that everybody doesn't, but to our souls, it just we got bit.
So we love it. And one final thing before we go. I had to give a shout out. Y'all are the reason we've gotten to do so much of this fun stuff. The reason we want to keep doing more of the fun stuff. The reason this fun stuff is so fun because we get to play it with y'all. Kind of the mission that we came out of the gate with as we were dreaming up what the Pocket Dimension could be is that we don't want to just play games for you. We want to play games with you. And so we have spent this whole year just getting to meet the coolest ding people. Online, IRL, and all points in between, and it just
it's so true. You keep it going. Good. It really is. Yeah, we're not just saying it. It's like you make us we're depressed, we come into the chat and there's like a feel good channel. We're
feeling good. We go to the depression channel and we get really low.
Really bring it down.
Something for everybody.
I had to get off of the social media after the election just for my own mental health because I got too sucked in right like the month or so beforehand, and I have been really relying on our Discord to provide me with that dopamine hit or whatever you guys had figured out was the correct chemical the other day on ADHD 20. But whenever I need that hit, I would go to our Discord, and it's just you guys are the best.
Yeah. So thank you. We want to just keep on doing more and more and more of this. You guys looked at us and said, dang, that's a lot of games this year. We want this double, triple, quadruple.
I know. Insert the Adam Driver gif of him just screaming more. The Kylo Ren.
Yeah. So
you're also talented too. You're also you're so good at what you do.
Yes.
I watch everything. Not immediately always, but like I'm just always just blown away. Kai and Javelin and Daniel and the Seths and DT. I mean, it just goes on and on. The list goes on and on. It's just.
I have a goal for next year.
Let's just
play more games with obviously with you guys, with also these fine folks, but if possible, in person. I would love to play more. I would like to play with Kai in person. Pocket Con. I want to play with Daniel. I want to play with Austin. All these folks, I want to play with them in person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike, and then I found $20.
I'm with you though. I'm with you. It was nice. I'd played virtually with Daniel before, but it was so much better getting to play with him GMing over the weekend. There's something about being at a table with your buddies.
With your buddies.
Sharing snacks, putting your unwashed hand into somebody else's chip bag.
Oh, yeah.
They don't care.
Into them Doritos.
That's right.
Licking the cream filling out of the Oreo and then handing the cookie over to your buddy.
You were just petting that dog.
Can I pet that dog?
Can I pet that dog?
Rabbit asked all four of us live in separate states from each other. So I'm in North Carolina, Matt's in Illinois, Fitz is in New York, and Evan is in Georgia. So when we get together, it's always a very, very special, wonderful thing that doesn't happen nearly enough, but happened more this year, and hopefully will happen even more next year. And then, we got to have a couple unofficial pocket cons here along the way and meet some friends in person. And so, we want more.
We want more. Well, we did so well with our goals in 2024. The only one that I didn't achieve, besides making this my full-time job, that's okay. We'll get there. But the only one that I didn't achieve is actually GMing at a con, and there's no way I won't be able to do that next year. Thanks to friends.
And I have some top tips to share with you and AK when we're done. On that, I asked some very pointed questions at PAX.
Ooh,
okay. I think our dreams are coming true.
Our dreams are coming true. If you're watching this and you're not yet in our super shiny, super sexy Discord, it's free. Get in there. Link is in the show notes. If you
feel like, in the chat.
Drop it in the chat. If you feel like helping make some more of our dreams come true, we do have a Patreon. And obviously the biggest draw there, of course, on top of you getting first access to a lot of the content that we put out, is that we do play monthly games with our patrons. Like I mentioned, we have 3 coming up between this weekend and next. And if I have to play nothing but games all weekend, every weekend for the rest of my life, that's so fine with me. I'll keep adding if you guys keep joining. So join our Patreon. You can now gift memberships, not just for us, but for any creator that you love and support. I think that's a really cool thing to roll out right here for the holidays. So give the gift of, supporting the creators that you know and love. And you can now also book private sessions if you're like, I don't want to play with strangers. I only want to play with my friends.
People.
I hate people.
I hate people.
you can grab your own friends and book a private session and tell us what you want to play, and we'll make a little adventure for you.
I'm really, really excited about that because I think we've talked a lot about finding the right group to play with, especially for the first time that you're playing a game. And I think that we're the right group. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. We're stopping to talk about it. Now we're just saying it. Come on.
I get to indoctrinate several people to Daggerheart who have never played it before this weekend. Jax, Andy, Amy, Jenna. We have 2 patrons that I've never gotten to play with, Adrian and Luigi. And I love that. I love that I get to both introduce new people to Daggerheart as well as get to be introduced to new people myself. So we're pretty friendly and we love hanging out with y'all. So get in here.
Seth, book your game of Aliens with the friends you've already betrayed.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. So Daniel says my wife has been talking about getting a campaign where I get. So that's actually kind of how we got started. You've seen Alejandro Tay in the chat. We bought a private session at the time. Tay had a company called Tabletail Games, and so we we love Tabletail, and we love Tay, and we love playing with Tay, and so we booked a private session as our party, and it's honestly some of the best money we've ever spent because it's introduced us to several other friends that we know and love, and Tay has introduced us to countless other games. So get in.
Tay put the Tay in Tabletail games, y'all. Come on, fight me.
Sure did.
And it's also really great. I will say one of the best things I did this year was play a lot of games as a player and not a game master. I learned so much. I loved that. Playing with AK and playing with just at cons and then other friends that are here. Just that's how I roll.
I think every player's got a GM once, and every GM's got to play.
White Fox asked if you missed any Stormlight Cosmere. Yes, that was near the beginning of the broadcast. We gave that one Best Dressed.
Best Dressed.
This is a very spiffy, well packaged game that we're excited to hopefully explore more of.
Yeah.
So
White Fox. I would play more of that with y'all. So anytime you're itching, let's go.
I have a feeling 2025 is also going to bring a lot of channel collaborations. I didn't see Daniel comment until just now, but I still got to run a game for yes. Blade Bounce.
Come on.
We've got some new friends over at Crit and Fumble. That I want to play some games with. I definitely want to play with White Fox's crew. So more collabs. We've got, I've said something pretty special coming up with Javelin. So let's go. This week we covered the session, the systems that we love. And next week we're going to be back with just some of our favorite in-game and around game memories to kind of close out our year before we all take some much needed time off for the holidays. And we have more content also to release over the next couple weeks too. You'll get to revisit some of your friends. We got stuff for you. Level up.
All right.
What else?
I love it. It was fun. AK. Beautiful.
Yeah, good job, AK. Knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
This was actually, I got to give the credit right back to Fitz, though. Fitz was the one who started dropping in these ideas as superlatives, and I just ran away with that. So were it not for you, we would not have this deck. So thank you, Fitzy. Thank you, friends. We'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, and in our Discord.
Okay.